Over the past decade or so, as a number of different migrant crises have developed, at no point have the number of refugees brought into the US been sufficient considering the demand. That was true under Donald Trump, it was true under Barack Obama as well, but the number has been plummeting under the Trump administration. Last year, the administration capped the number of refugees allowed in at 30,000, a significant reduction from previous years, and far fewer than the 110,000 allowed in the final year of the Obama administration. But now, even that 30,000 is gonna look pretty significant because the newly announced cap is just 18,000. We're looking at 15% of what it was at just a couple of years ago, and already millions of climate-related refugees so far this year, let alone from other conflicts around the globe. And so with that situation, we're joined now by congressional candidate for California's 53rd District, Jose Caballero. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me, I appreciate it.
Glad to have you here. So this number is going down really fast. We're letting in but barely anyone on a national scale. What's your reaction to this announcement?
Well, it's more of the same from the Donald Trump administration. It's not surprising at all that he is continuing to manufacture this border crisis over and over again. And what he does is he makes it worse. It's like, setting a fire and saying, look at the fire. And when I don't even think 110,000 was enough originally. And now that we're down to 18,000 it's disturbing. It's basically just shutting our door at this point because it's so, like you said, it's an insignificant number at this point.
Exactly, and this feels to me like it's tied into the sort of political philosophy of Trump, where his fans will see this as America being first. Like, this is how you show your devotion to America, by barring people from coming in. You are, of course, a vet. You've shown that devotion in a slightly different way. If you were in elected office right now, you obviously couldn't single-handedly change this policy,
right.
But what would you be doing to try to change the priorities in this area?
Well, I would basically go on the media and scream about how horrible this is, that it's actually going against the framework of what this country was founded on. The fact that, I fought for this country so people could be free here. And that includes people who want to find a better life here. Like that Statue of Liberty says, send us our poor, send us our huddled masses, right? Like, these are the things that we are supposed to be doing. So Trump is only keeping one campaign promise at this point, which is, I'm going to shut the borders. The country is full, he likes to say. Well, the country isn't full, and it's not even close to that. So the fact that he continues to do this. So what would I do? I would make sure that we would get a coalition of people, especially here in San Diego, considering the fact that we are a border town here, and say, look, this is not a problem that it says. I live in San Diego every day, and I do not see massive amount of crime and drug use from migrants at all. So this is a complete distraction, and we need to make sure that the country knows that.
Yeah, we should also put this in context. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court agreed with the administration, allowed them to deny asylum to refugees crossing through Mexico, sort of putting the onus on Mexico first to deal with the situation. So this is a decision that is also being combined with other policy changes by the Trump administration to massively limit the ability of people to, for instance, apply for asylum here. In a larger sense, I know people are gonna try to directly respond to what Trump is doing, but assuming that things change, that 2020, maybe the Dems take over the White House, have more influence in the Congress. What are some of the sort of positive ideas that the Dems could be putting forward in this area to fix the situation?
Well, first we need to make sure that we get all of our DACA recipients legalized right away and get them citizenship. That will set a tone in this country that will say, look, that immigrants are welcome here, and that we need to basically uphold our citizens as they come into this country and not push them down. We need to go back and increase those caps on the what Trump just lowered as far as the refugees. We need to bring more administrators to the border and actually make sure that there's people to intake the amount of people that are coming in, and making sure that they're brought in safely and not held in detention. We need to ban private prisons, because private prisons are the ones that are making profits from detention facilities on the border. We need to make sure that we do not allow the policy of separating children at the family as a deterrent for people to come in this country. Those are just a few things that we need to do to change the way that we govern in this country. And as long as we create those laws, I believe that the court systems will follow suit as well, especially once Trump is out of office, hopefully sooner than later, and with a Senate and a House that's controlled by Democrats.
Yeah. For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.